What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a couple of quick and excellent duels for you guys to check out. The first duel is going to be featuring a deck that I don't even know if if these two archetypes should work together at all, because they're not even from the same era of Yu-Gi-Oh. We got I guess you could call it Sacred Beast Earthbound Immortals. Like, what? You got one of them from the Dark Signers arc in Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, the other one from Season 1 in GX. I don't know exactly how it works. You guys will just see that it is going to be facing off against Sky Striker, one of the top 5 decks in the meta right now, bar none. And it's interesting because he just so happens to be playing Contacting Sea, and this card is actually pretty damn amazing against Sky Striker. Not only does it make it so that they can't pretty much link summon unless they go into like a nightmare monster, but it also puts a monster in their main monster zone, thus they can't activate their spells and traps. So it actually like doubly hurts them because they don't want to be going into nightmare monsters. This is not Orcus or anything like that. So let's see exactly how this is going to go. We got the Widow Anchor, or excuse me, the copy of Hornet Drones, and his opponent is just going to slap him down with that copy of Contact C. I think it's weird. I mean, again, I've said it before. I don't know if people are just saving their Kagaris now, but I don't know, man. It feels like he maybe should have just got Hornet Drones back, but it's fine. He would have been locked under the Kagari regardless. Anyways, goes into the Salaman Great Link. This is the one that's not even good in Salaman Great. It's mainly just good for invoked. His opponent is just going to activate the copy of that's multi-roll to try to go ahead and pop the Contacting Sea. So Sky Strikers do have some ways of getting cards off field. However, he tributed the Salaman Great Link monster, and that actually means that the Lair of Darkness will give him a token, thus, you know, still kind of clogging up his main monster zone. Again, he's just trying to keep monsters in his opponent's main monster zone so that he cannot have you know, so that he can't use his Sky Striker cards. He's gonna go for that Mannequin Cat. Interesting. Summons its opponent's Effect Veiler in attack mode, which is that's something, sitting in attack mode, ready to be beat down. He's gonna use Dark Summoning Beast to summon the Haman. I love this card so much, Dark Summoning Beast. Not only does it search a Sacred Beast, but then it summons one of them straight from your deck without you having to use their actual summoning condition. Really good card. Once again, he is going to use the multi-roll. Then he's going to activate a couple copies of Widow Anchor. I think that it's like, I don't know why he's doing this. I think he just wants to turn off effects, and maybe he's like, oh, I'm going to get him back in the end phase anyways, Cap. It's not really that big of a deal. Fine, but he's going to get slapped with another Contacting Sea, and guess what? Those Widow Anchors that are going to be reset, he can't use them boys again, or I guess the Hornet Drones either. So now, you know, the player at the top, the Sacred Beast Earthbound Immortal player, is now looking at this duel like, I got an opportunity to maybe just win the game here, Cap. Let's see what I can do here. I believe that, yeah, it looks like he top deck a copy of Raviel. He's going to use the Mannequin Cat in reviving the Effect Veiler. Now, the difference between this turn and the last turn is now he's got a 3900 attack Haman on field. Like, he can just run this card the fuck over, which obviously he couldn't attack during the last turn because of Dark Summoning Beast. So he is going to go ahead and he's going to summon his Earthbound Immortal, and we know that, you know, some of these things can attack directly. So he's going to do 2300, then he's going to attack for 3900 straight into the Effect Veiler as if it basically was a direct attack. And wouldn't you know, that's the end of the game. I mean, the Sky Striker player had Ash Blossom, he had all of these like Sky Striker cards, but his opponent just kept forcing monsters to his main monster zone, and he just didn't have a way of stopping it. So that's actually how he just ends up losing. So GG. Second duel, Lost World Dinosaurs against Pendulum Magicians, and that Lost World hand is looking pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. So he instantly is going to ash the Pendulum Call. Dark Worm is still going to get its effect off, but actually no, it's just going to be Veilered. I think I would have let Dark Worm go. I'm always, if I have Veiler, I'm saving it for Electromite, unless I have multiple Veilers, because Electromite is the card that like gets them the card from the extra deck, and then they draw a card. So if I can stop that, I think I'd rather just go ahead and stop that, because even with the Ash and the Veiler, you can see he's going to get like 6 monsters on board, and FA Don Dragster, all of this other crap with the Guard Dragons. So it really was like the Effect Veiler really didn't do anything. And you can see Pendulums can still make an insanely good board through 2 hand traps. And I imagine the reason maybe that he went for the Cyber's Quantum Dragon is that all monsters have to attack this because he currently has the Erratic Link monster. So even though the Erratic Link monster is only 0 attack, it's not in danger right now because his opponent's monsters have to attack this guy, and this guy is kind of like a Grand Mole. So that's actually a pretty nice play. And then he has Vortex and F.A. Don Dragster as his negations. He's going to activate Lost World, Fossil Dig. No negations here yet. The first negation is going to be used on Miscellaneous Source, so his dinosaur monsters can be effective. Chainlink 2 is Lost World. Chainlink 1 is Oviraptor, but it's going to be negated. He does send the Quotex to the graveyard, and he's going to summon the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, activates the effect. He's going to use that baby, and now his opponent is in a really bad spot here. He still does have, keep this in mind, he still obviously does have the Erratic Seal, Link monster to use that bounce ability, but he could just go for Doka at this point, so maybe that's the reason why he's going to just go ahead and use the Erratic Link monster, because if he lets him go into Doka, then he would just lose it for nothing. So I think that's the main reason that he did that. He's going to summon a Morphic Sloth, but it don't even matter. Actually, the bad thing here? The bad thing here is that the Erratic Link, when it leaves the field, it's not optional. Like, you have to summon a dragon monster from your deck. It's not optional. So, summoning that dragon monster is just another monster for your opponent to run over with Conductor Tyranno. And, he did pay the life points earlier in the turn with Destrudo. I'm trying to think here, if he didn't Destrudo, does he still just... he would still... I'm trying to wonder if he would live, because, let's see, Conductor would do 4,000 damage to these guys. He would have 18 more. Maybe he could go for like a link, or excuse me, like maybe a rank 4 XC. No, I think the play would probably be to attack with this and then probably like Tornado Dragon, the Oath Dragon, and then just kind of like go from there, make your opponent top deck a low scale, which actually, yeah, it looks like he would have top decked top deck a high scale. It looks like he would have top decked a high scale, but it wouldn't matter because well, no, if you pop this, he would just have 2 Black Fangs and then he wouldn't be able to do anything with that. What am I talking about? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed those short duels. If you did, give a video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.